2 mountain ranges down, 2 still to go, but a day of transition for the peloton of the Tour de France after the Alpe d'Huez stage that saw Thomas Pidcock take his first big win on the road. A Tour de France debut, and for the mountain bike Olympic champion, world champion on the crossfield, a Tour de France stage win at a classic mountaintop finish. And the GC unchanged amongst the top 3, with only Romain Bardet losing places. He dropped from 2nd to 4th. Pogacar back where he belonged. Geraint Thomas, the former winner, now in 3rd. The sun rose on another day, and a day away from the Alps, heading towards Saint-Étienne, the 27th time that the Tour de France would stop over in the big southeast city. 192.6 kilometres, just over 2,000 metres of climbing, a funny profile, one lending itself to either the sprinters or the breakaway riders. As is habitual in the Tour in the last few days, it began with a really fast start. It took until the first classified climb, 30 kilometres in, for any sort of break to go. Filippo Ganna went away with Jorgensen. Kung was also there, and then there was a mighty group chasing behind. Splits as early as that first climb. Sagan, Jakobsen and a few others out the back, and Alpecin de Koning desperate to bring it back because Jasper Philipsen had missed the move. A few did get brought back, but it wasn't the end of hostilities. Fred Wright with Ugo Uhl, Mads Pedersen, Quinn Simmons making their way to the front. 7 up the road, and then the wind started to blow. The gap as low as 1 minute 26 at times. Certain riders being called out, including Wout van Aert, whilst he was taking a feedback. Lotto and Alpecin were chasing to try and set up a sprint. Caleb Ewan wanting to be there, but only finding himself on the ground. A key moment in the race with 71 kilometres to go. Ewan back on his bike, but he would not see the main peloton again. That would take Lotto Soudal out of the chase. And the chase was losing impetus. The final classified climb gave the breakaway another minute. 3.5 their gap with 44 k's to go. It looked as though we were set for the break to go. Jakobsen and other sprinters dropped, but Bike Exchange began to go to work. They furiously knocked off a minute off in a space of just a few kilometres. But the gap got to 2.5 minutes and then wasn't really budging. Inside 15 kilometres to go, behind they sat up. Matthews, Mesgets, the last riders having a go. The search called off, the games beginning in the front. 12.5 kilometres remain. On the final unclassified rise, Mads Pedersen, strong all day, managed to make the difference. Simmons, his teammate, was already gone by this point. He split the group in half. Ganna surprised whilst he was taking a feed. Pedersen taking Wright and Uhl with him. The 3 chasers would not see the front again. So a trio to take it into the final few hundred metres. Another fast day on the Tour. A transition stage, they said. A transition from a man who had many titles, but one missing. A Grand Tour stage winner. Mads Pedersen went after it from the very first pedal strokes, and the former world champion now became a Tour de France stage winner. Wright in 2nd, Uhl in 3rd. 45.7 kilometres per hour all the way to Saint-Étienne. And Mads Pedersen, the winner of a Tour de France stage. The strongest all day long, the quickest in the sprint. What a Tour de France for Denmark. They still have the yellow jersey. They have yet another stage win, the 3rd in this race so far. Almost 6 minutes behind, the peloton came home, led home by Wout van Aert, mopping up more green jersey points. Pedersen winning the stage ahead of Wright, Uhl, Kung, Jorgensen and Ganna. Van Aert then in 7th place with Sénéchal, Mozzato and Pasqualon, all on the day's top 10. A green jersey again for Van Aert. Another day in yellow ticked off for Jonas Vingegaard, who retains his 2 minutes 22 advantage over Tadej Pogacar, with Geraint Thomas third, Balde and Yates making up the top 5. A possible GC day again into Monde, the Massif Central, our third mountain range. A difficult day, bringing back memories for Omar Fraile and Steve Cummings. Another good day maybe for the breakaway, but at this Tour de France you just never know. 192.5 kilometres, you'll be able to watch all the action as usual, live or on demand on GCN+. Don't miss it.